It helps if I turn my microphone on. Good evening and welcome to Wednesday night. I'm Leanne, Winston, Psychic Medium. I can see if you are already commenting in the side, and things so far, touch wood, are working quite okay with the programs. So I hope everyone's had a lovely day. It's been a very full-on week here in the office. So there's so many different things going on in the background in planning and different things, whatnot, and the energy, the Mercury retrograde and everything else that is going on is certainly making things a little bit more challenging as well. So I just want to acknowledge, guys, how you are feeling. Stop and look at what's going on in your life at the moment. Look at the unsettled energy, and knowing this energy will move over the next couple of weeks. So I think it is really important for us to realize how much of this stuff is and as that is going on at the moment. I like to say return to sender. I hear Elvis Presley sing return to sender to me when stuff is being pushed my direction. So just reflect it back and let it go. So just before we jump in and I say hello to everyone that is saying hello in the comments, I just want to touch on a couple of housekeeping rules as well. So I do ask people to help me spread the love by sharing onto your page or into groups, or invite friends and family that you think might be interested. Now, you can tag them in the comments by putting the @ symbol, so holding down the shift and the number 2 key, and type their first name without a gap in between the @ symbol and the first letter, and their name should come up and be highlighted when you do it. So I also want to remind people, if you're watching from any other page bar mytimetv.live, you do need to jump over here so I can see your comments in the background. So if you're on Leanne Winston Psychic Medium, Tarot Love and Light, Live Hub, or any of those other pages. So I'm just going to turn my volumes down because the your group I refreshed. Oh, okay. There is some notifications going off in the bottom that you could probably hear as well. So I do. Where was I up to? I do need you to jump over here as well. So I want to say, and you will find, sorry guys, the My Time TV link with the numbers is in the description above me. I'm not sure where it comes up if you're on a mobile phone. I think it's still above us in that way. So certainly do remember to make sure you are on the right page as well, because I'd hate to think I've missed your comments because they are on another page. I also want to welcome those that are watching from the Binge Network, and also those listening from United World Radio as well, as this program goes across 50-odd channels of the Binge Network worldwide, and also the United World Radio is also worldwide. So welcome to those joining in on those platforms as well. All right, guys, I think I have covered everything. And if you've got any other questions, sorry, there is one more thing. If I would like you to ask a direct question, please, rather than a general question. So if you ask a general question, whether it's just guidance or it's a roundabout question, I'm going to skip over those so I can get to those that are more direct to the point. It just makes it easier when I'm connecting with more of a direct message, direct comment, that I can get the connection to spirit much quicker than rather looking at the general overview sort of side of it. And, I do really want to get to as many of you as possible. The other thing before I do get started, sorry, I keep thinking of things. I do ask people to not inbox me wanting free questions. So if you don't get your question answered tonight, please jump on one of my next lives. I do like 3, sometimes 4 a week, where you can ask myself and Roz Tuesday mornings, myself and Annette Tuesday nights, and myself here Wednesday nights. We are there here all those times. So there's a good 3 hours through the week that you can join in if you're available to ask those questions. Outside of that, you're welcome to make a booking through my website, leannewinstonpsychicmedium.com. Will give you my online booking calendar, and you can ask a one question reading, or you can book a half an hour with that. Sorry, guys, I forgot to turn my phone onto silent as well. And so, and if you notice I drop out or have any trouble hearing me, please do let me know in the comments, just as Be Live has been having a little bit of technical issues just recently as well. So fingers crossed, it's all going to run smoothly. It will run smoothly tonight. All right, so just I'm going to say a general hello to everybody that is joining in, saying hello as well. And we're going to jump straight into the comments if it's going to give me the eye so I can bring your comments up. All right, so sorry, it's jumping around a little bit. Okay, the first one. Oh, gotta love technology. There is a little bit of a delay in the program at the moment, so maybe I can trick it that way. Tanya, sorry, honey, says, could you please tell me if I'm having a girl or a boy, and when will it be due? Okay, honey, I get a little girl with that, so I do feel that I've got you coming a couple of days earlier than your due date with that side of it. Okay, I feel like that excitement is starting to build. So I don't know if you're pregnant yet or you're trying to get pregnant, but I feel like I'm looking at that energy not too far away at the moment as well. So I wish you all the very best and congratulations on when that news comes through. So, but I do very much feel a little girl strongly around you in that way. All right, so excellent. Next we have Braden. Shared the love. Any messages from my dad, please? Okay. Would I be right in saying Dad was a very direct person, in the sense that I want to say a very softly spoken person, but he wouldn't mess around with all this other stuff? He would just go straight to the point with what he meant and give you the guidance that you need. He shows me that you're going through changes yourself, and I get the reference to he's proud of the changes that you've been through since his passing. Now, he is drawing me to the heart, the chest, the lungs area, so I feel like I'm looking at stuff going on in that area around his passing with that. He also has his hand on his heart, which is my sign for love and pride as well for yourself. So please know that is very strong around him for you. And I also want to say proud of your mate. Okay, so whether he'd call you mate at times, but he says they were the words that I didn't say enough, is to acknowledge how proud he actually was of you. I do feel like I need to acknowledge the birthday or the celebration literally just been or about to be. So that's his way of acknowledging that celebration as well. I feel like he's connected with you in your dreams in the past. So I do get the reference to he connects with you that way with guidance as well. Okay, a very proud man. All right, so I'll leave you with his love. Thank you, Braden. All right, Wanda. Hi, Leanne. Shared the love. Can you please tell me how long it will take to find a rental house, please? I actually feel like I've got the 3 around that. I think I'm more than 3 weeks, but I don't feel like I want to go 3 months. So whether it's the 3rd of the month, honey, that you find it. Okay, see that house in your mind. See where you want to be, what it is that you're wanting in that house. Okay, I just get the reference to manifesting it. So wishing you all the very best with that as well. Okay, next we have Kirsty. Spread the love. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. Hi, lovely Leanne. Would love any messages you have for me, Spirit, at the moment, please, particularly around relationship. I got the very heavy chest with that, honey, and the throat chakra. So I do feel there is anxiety around relationship, but I'm also very much drawn to the blocked throat chakra around that as well. So I want to say, look at where you need to speak up, look where you need to be heard, and move that energy at the moment. When you do that and you nurture you, I get relationship is going to fall fall into place sort of thing. So bring balance with it, okay? I just feel like now needs to be about you and focusing on you. All right, so wishing you all the best with that, Kirsty, as well. Okay, next we have Nicole says, hi, Leanne, can you tell me anything about my future family and pathway wise sharing the love? Now, straight away, honey, I want to put the books in front of you for study, okay? I don't know if you've got itchy legs or you get the irritation to your legs, but I just feel like I'm halfway down the shin, but not quite to the ankle on the left-hand leg. So I get the reference to whether your skin's a little bit dry there or just an irritation with that side of it. So I just get watch that. I'm not getting warning bells go off. I'm not trained in medical in any way, but they're just drawing me to that part of your body. Okay. I want to put you around children. So look at the study, look at working with children, but I do get the reference to you'll be good at whatever you put your mind to, honey. So wishing you all the very best with that as well. I've got spirit playing in my hair, so I don't know if you get the tickle to the top of the head at times, honey. I just get the feeling they're letting you know they are very much around you at the same time. Okay, beautiful. So all the best with that, Nicole. Next we have Robin. She says, can you see my grandchildren coming home? I can, but I don't feel like I've got in the next few months. I feel like I'm looking closer to 12 to 15 months with that side of it. So I do feel like it's not going to be as soon as you would like it to be. Okay. Have you got a lot of distractions around you at the moment, Robin? I just feel like there's a lot of distractions around you trying to get your attention so you're not focusing on the important things. So I get the reference to keeping that in mind as well. Okay. So next we have Cody. Says, hi, Leanne. Is there any messages from my Nan? Thank you. Now, would Nan be the one that did the knitting or the hand sewing? Because the moment I read your question, I just felt like I needed to be doing things with my hands in the way of knitting or with the needle side of stuff. I get a beautiful smile from your grandmother. She shows me the pride in her hair. So to me, I feel like she liked to have her hair done regularly and the neat tidiness. So I don't know if that's something that she was well known for, is how well her hair looked, or there was something to do with her hair that you did in that way. So she just shows me the love and the pride, and I feel very much at peace with her energy. She makes me feel like there was a bit going on in her body, but she didn't like to complain either. All right, so please know there's a lot of love there for you too as well. My mum says, good evening, Leanne. Just a reminder, Renmark is the 6th and the 7th of November. Thank you, Secretary. So if nobody got that hint, I will be in Renmark, not this weekend, the weekend after, doing readings, and my mum and dad will be on my stall selling products. So if you're in the area, come and say hello to them. They love to chat. So Mary says hi, so does Lee. And if I click on the comments, it sort of slows it down a bit. Vanessa says, good evening. Happy hump day. Same to you, honey. Will custody change love and blessings? Custody change? Yes, I get slightly with that. Okay. There's going to be some hurdles around that. Okay. Rashina says, hi, Leanne. Shared the love. I presume you're still unwell, honey. So sending you lots of love and healing. Okay. Tasha says, good evening, beautiful lady. I found out last week that we're having a baby girl, so you were right. Oh, congratulations, honey. How exciting. Do you ever see anything going well? Do you see everything going well with the rest of the pregnancy, and will Bubs be born early? I actually feel like I'm close to time. So if she does come early, it's only going to be a few days, but it's not going to be early with that. But I do feel things are going to go well. I don't feel like you're very big, honey. I feel like I've got a tiny little bundle sort of thing with that. So I want to say you're all baby. Okay, so congratulations. I'm so excited for you. I love baby news. It's beautiful. Okay, they grow up too quickly. That's my issue. Kellyanne says, howdy, lovely. Am I best to just walk away? I feel we are not going nowhere and that he has no interest. Now, honey, I do feel like it is about moving forward. So only you can make that decision. So I want to say trusting within yourself. But yes, I do see you moving forward, okay, because I just get you can't keep standing at stalemate is the reference I get there. All right. So, Trina says, hi, lovely. Hi, honey. I hope you're well. Mary says, family challenges with this retrograde. Yeah, it is, honey. It's stirring up a lot of stuff, a lot of people at the moment. And I think, pardon me, it's really important just to let this energy move through rather than trying to fight it. Now, I think it only lasts about another 2 weeks only, says her that is noticing the technology and everything else at the moment. But at the same time, I don't let it get to me. So if you sort of fight it, it takes longer to move. If you just acknowledge it and let it move, you'll find it will keep moving. Okay. Next we have Nita says, hi, Leanne. Share the love. Can you see me in a relationship soon, please? I want to say yes, early next year, honey. Now, I do feel that there is the need to open your heart up at the moment. So whether you're being a little bit protective around your heart, I just get open yourself up, allow those around you to see that beautiful inner light that shines through. You are more confident than you give yourself the credit for. So I want to say just be yourself, allow that person to be put in front of you, because I do feel it is somebody new, not somebody that you already know in that way. Okay, so wishing you all the best. Rashida says, hi, Leanne, shared the love. This is the rest of a comment from before. Not feeling well, going back and forth to hospital. Do you see anything? Will I be hospitalised? Is there infection? I'm not feeling that you are, honey. I do feel that there needs to be a change of medication, though. So I don't feel like you will be hospitalised. It is about getting in front of it. I want to say, look at the bloods. There needs to be a blood test done. And I just get the reference to they are missing something in the blood, so that whether they're not testing for the right thing, I just get the reference to you will get your answers. Okay, so next we have Sonia says, hi, Leanne, shared the love. Just wondering if there are any messages from my mum that has passed away, any guidance that can help me with life right now. Excuse me, honey. 2 things. You keep playing with the top of your head, the itch to the top of their head. I get the reference to that's mum trying to get your attention at the moment. Sorry, honey. I also feel that you need to speak up. I'm getting the blocked throat chakra. I actually felt like I needed to drown that tickle in my throat. So whether at times you're finding that tickle to your throat that you can't move, I just get the reference to it is about communication, standing up, nurturing you at the moment. And when you take that stand for you and do what serves you rather than what serves everybody else, she makes reference to things will fall into place. Okay. So I just feel that at the moment you're chasing your tail a lot, like going around in circles, and she just makes the reference to that will soon change. All right. So wishing you all the very best with that as well. Okay. But take that stand, speak up. William says, hi, Leanne, how are you? I am very well, thank you, honey. I hope you're well too. Okay, next we have Diane says, hi, darling girl. Hashtag Jenny Peters. Beautiful. So you're tagging friends and whatnot there. Thank you, darling. I really do appreciate it. Okay, Tina says, hi, Leanne, shared the love. Could you please have a card? Why not? Oh, which cards do we want today? Let's pull the crystal cards. Okay, we haven't used those for a couple of, or 2 or 3 weeks. Let me just open this box. So I'm going to pull the crystal reading cards by Rochelle Charman. Sorry, Rochelle, I said your name wrong. All right. So I'll just quickly shuffle for you, honey. It's good when, okay, that one's coming out. Empowerment. Oops, let me go that way. So you've got the sunstone, honey, and it's about empowerment. So when I say look at the growth, look at the power around you recently, and look at how you need to work that to work in your favor in that side of it. So when I say make sure you are taking back your own power as well and not just giving it away, because the more that you push, the more, and you hold on to that strength, the more you're going to shine through as well. All right. So you're on the right track. Just take that stand, honey, and look after you. If you'd like a card, guys, and you haven't actually asked a question, hashtag card and let me know, and I'll draw you a card at the same time. Also, don't forget to hashtag and let me know where you're watching from as well, because I am noticing when we're doing this that we are getting further out around the world as well. So we've got a few new people that have joined in. And while I forget about it, before I forget about it, I woke up this morning to get notification that I'd hit 10,000 likes. Now I hit 10,000 followers a few months ago, or a couple of months ago. But today the likes have reached 10,000. So thank you everybody for your support and your love with that. I was rather touched and honoured at the fact that we had made 10,000. All right, that sneaked up pretty quickly. All right, beautiful. So next we have Jeanette. Says, hi, Leanne. The name Christopher comes into my head often, and I don't know anyone by that name or any thoughts. Now, honey, sorry. I should mute myself, but by the time it kicks in, I would have coughed already. Okay, my feeling with that, honey, is it's about somebody being put in front of you. So I want to say, look at where the name Christopher comes up in the future, in the next few weeks, and look at what that situation means, what the bigger picture is around that, because I do feel that's more of a psychic connection there with that. All right, so you'll know when the timing is right. Okay. Mary says it's easier now. My time TV is black in the background. See, I don't see the background behind me. So obviously with the way it's got it, you've got an edge, I presume, around it. Okay. That's pretty cool. All right. It could be just in the way that I've got my settings too, sort of thing, because it's not actually giving me an option to change the settings for the screen at the moment. So we've got Diane just asking if she can have a card. Of course you can, gorgeous girl. All right. Healer. Look at what needs healing, but I also get the reference to being drawn to heal others. So I do feel that you have that ability to do that. Now, I'm actually also drawn to the colour of the stone in that one. If I go that way, it might be better. I'm trying to get it without that reflection and keep it straight. Now, black is more of a protection zone. So I want to say make sure when you are doing that work that you are protecting yourself at the same time, so you're not taking on others' energy as well. So all the very best with that, honey. Robin says, hi, Leanne. Hi, Robin. I hope you're doing well, honey. Okay, Lee says, wait for my screen to stop jumping. Do you see the guy I like and I working things out? I'm so lost and don't know what happened between us, please. And thank you. I do. There's somebody else that's putting in their 2 cents worth is the feeling I've got. So to me, I get the reference to there's been a third party that has influenced the situation. So I want to say just be careful of that. I do get it's in timing as well. So to me, it's the feeling when the timing is right that will just work out. All right. So I wish you all the very best, but look at the bigger picture. Okay. Megan says, hello, anything for me, please? And thank you. All right, Megan, certainly I will pull you a card. a card will jump out. Sorry, that was pretty loud when I went. Oh God, Megan, what's going on around you? I just feel like I can't get my stuff together with your energy, and it's either tiredness, you laugh with tiredness, or you've got to laugh, otherwise you'll cry. I get expanding your awareness, honey. So I get the reference to it is really important to look at the bigger picture. There's more going on around you than meets the eye. So see yourself pushing your energy out, expanding into that area, that energy field, and connecting with it. Okay. You will see the bigger picture with that. So wishing you all the very best, honey. Okay, next we have Kellyanne says, hi Leanne, would love to know if you can feel anything of my family coming through. I actually get grandparents around you, honey, so I feel like I've got a grandmother and a grandfather that are both passed over. I just get there's a lot of love and there's a lot of pride for yourself and your family. Now, I do feel that you are very family orientated. And like I said, your grandmother just makes reference to there is a lot of pride that comes through. Now, Spirit is really playing in my hair and annoying me tonight. So if they don't stop it, I'm going to tell them to bugger off. Okay. I will say it gently. All right. So, honey, no, there's a lot of love that comes through for you as well, Kellyanne. Okay. So, Theone says, shared everyone remember, ask a direct question instead, asking for a card or just to ask for a card. Thank you, Theone. I've got all these secretaries that keep a better eye on it than I do. I love it. I love the way people come together and help each other out rather than all the crap. All right, excellent. So now we have Nikki. She says, hi, Leanne. Shared love. I love all the crosses, the kisses. Thanks, honey. Shared love. Can I please have some guidance with my pregnancy? Now, honey, I'm seeing the number 7 around you. So whether you're due in 7 months or 7 weeks or on the 7th is very strong around you. I do feel like I've got a happy pregnancy with that side of it. I also get the feeling you're very much in your own head, that you worry a lot as well. So what I say, just try to sit back, relax, allow your body to do what it needs to do and enjoy that journey at the same time. Because believe me, from experience, it comes and it goes really quickly. I actually love being pregnant and missed it after that connection, feeling that, that inner connection with my child while being pregnant. Okay. So I get that things will be okay. All right. So sending you lots of love, healing. And like I said, ground yourself. Don't get too much in your own head. Okay. You have to let me know when Bubs comes. All right. So Jenny says, can I have a card, please? Share the love. Of course you can, honey. All right. I love the way we all share. Guys, just why do I keep saying guys? That's my husband's energy in my head. And just before I forget, if you're watching from any other page, mytimetv.live, do jump over to the page here so you can actually comment live in the background. It didn't go as far as I thought it did. All right. So, honey, that card was very strong in the way that it jumped out for you. I get the source. So I want to say, look at the inner source. Look where your energy comes from, where your connection comes from. Because I actually, with you, I want to go back to that soul connection with you. Okay. So I want to say, release that stuff that you're holding on to on that soul level, let it go, and that expansion is going to come through. All right, so wishing you all the very best with that. Jeanette's letting me know that she has shared. Thank you, honey. Mary says, will Jordan finish her enrolled nursing? Yes, honey, I do. I just feel like it's going to drag out a little bit though. So whether it's just taking a bit longer than she'd like it to, or there's been some hurdles around that. Okay. Nita, I think we did one for you, honey. Yes, I did one for you, and I think it was around family. But I get yes answering, looking at that question. Okay. Kellyanne, we've done one for you. Hi, Leanne. Do you see myself, family staying where we are? Yes, Lee. I don't think I've done one for you. Do you see the guy I like and working with out? Oh, yes, I have done yours. Yay, Theone. Excellent. That is good. So we had some troubles yesterday with it. So it was weird. I think the internet plays a big part of it too. Robin, yes, I've answered yours. Diana is saying hi to Jenny. William says, hi, Liam. Will I ever trust my wife again? Honey, that's an awkward question to answer. You need to trust your gut instincts with that, but I get it's always going to be in your back of your head. So to me, it's the feeling for the relationship to work out. You need to forgive and let go of. Okay, so I want to say you need to find the peace in that for your sake. Okay, because I get you are the one that's putting that pressure with that in the back of your head, putting the pressure on yourself, sorry. All right, so I wish you all the very best with that, okay? Lena says, hi, Leanne, financials, is it going to get better for us? Yes, but I want to say, honey, focus on what it is you need and what it is you want coming in rather than what you don't have. Because I just feel like you've got a block there at the moment. So to me, it's a feeling needing to let go of that. All right, so wish you all the best with that. Hey, Sarah, can you see when I have my baby girl, please? Okay. I get the feeling it's not too far away, honey. Hey, what's this? Julian. Okay. If you'd like to, there we go. Let's see. This is going to test the system. If you would like to join me live, you can. Let me just copy. Is it going to let me? Just hang in there, guys. Damn. Oh, I can do it this way. I'm going to put this link in the comments. Now, it's probably going to come up as mytimetv.live because I am on their page. If somebody would like to join me in the comments tonight, certainly jump on it and you can ask me your question in person. All right. So there's the link. If you'd like to join me, it has been just posted in the comments. All right. I love the way they bring that up. I wasn't thinking of doing that tonight, but that is all good. Okay. So Sarah, I get the feeling it's not too far away, honey. Closer than you think is the reference I get with that. I'm not actually getting a date. I do feel like I've got a Saturday there, so whether you give birth on a Saturday. Okay. Lee, I've done your question. Sarah, career, please. Okay, honey, I want to put books in front of you, so I want to look at the study books. But I do feel there's growth moving forward in the career. I just feel like you need to trust in yourself around that side of it. So whether there's been a little bit of frustration building up around that at the moment, I just get that will settle down and it will flow in the right direction. All right, so wishing you all the very best. Excuse me. Next we have Sherry. Says, my mother-in-law passed in April. My heart goes out to you, honey. I'm sorry to hear that. I was wondering if she has any messages for us. Does she talk with her hands? Because reading your question, I keep getting the reference to the hand talking, the movement with that side of her. I also want to acknowledge the angels. So whether you're having angels put in front of you or you need to put the angel ornament on the Christmas tree this year, I just get the reference to the angels are really popular. She says, you'll know what she's talking about. So I do feel that is quite strong around you, honey. All right. So please know there is a lot of love that comes through. I actually feel like your partner has struggled with her passing and hasn't been able to do the grief process I want to say shut down with that side of it. Okay. So I get it. It's important for him to acknowledge how he feels. Okay. Next we have Margaret says, have you something for me, please, from anyone? I really need it at the moment. Now, honey, okay. Where do I start with your energy, honey? It's, oh God, I get the frustration. I get the emotions. I feel like there's a whole bundle of stuff that is really building around you. So to me, I get the reference to, honey, you're taking on a lot of this energy at the moment. I do feel some of this energy isn't yours and you need to protect yourself. So I say to my students, put yourself in a bubble or something that you connect with, so that is your protection. So when you've got other people around you pushing their energy onto you, it's kind of like it will hit that protection and it will bounce back. Okay. I get the blocked throat chakra. I've got anxiety sort of feeling with that as well. So I do get the reference to, with everything that's going on, there is a lot of anxiety around you. But I get the reference to, with the throat chakra, is very much about communication. There is the need to speak up. Okay. So I just get the reference to, when you find your voice, be heard, things will change at the moment, but no, this energy is going to move fairly soon. Okay. So I wish you all the very best with that as well. All right. Okay, guys, don't forget to hashtag and let me know where you're watching from. I would love to know where you're coming in from as well. And also remember to hit the share button, share the love, invite friends and family to join in. More the merrier. And you never know when something in one of these conversations or the readings that we do will connect with somebody and mean something to them. So, okay, I've got Spirit still hanging around my head. I'm going to acknowledge him in a moment, because I get the feeling he is actually stopping my thread from moving at the moment, so I can see more comments because it seems to be jammed. But we have Samantha here. She says, Samara. Sorry, honey. Getting ahead of myself. Hi, may I have a reading about future babies and genders, please? Now, I want to put two around you, honey, and I feel like I've got two little boys with that side of it. So I get the reference to, you can't get away from the boys. I do feel like I've got a house full of boys in that sense. So, okay, and I want to put them close together. I want to say within a couple of years apart. So whether you're either pregnant now or you're thinking about another pregnancy very soon, I do feel that is coming on very soon in that way. So I wish you all the very best with that as well. Okay, I hope you like boys. I just feel like I've got a lot of loving energy and cuddly little boys with that. So I do feel that they are more so on that length of that as well. Guys, there's a link in the comments that has guest on the end. It will be under My Time TV. If you would like to jump in and comment or come live with me, what you will need is, you can do it from your mobile phone. When you click on the link, it's just going to ask you to download the app, which will take a couple of seconds to do. You will need a headset with a microphone on it too, so I can hear you and you can hear me as well. Okay. If you're doing it from a computer, you do need a Google Chrome browser as well. So that is really important at the same time. All right. So guys, if you've got any more questions, pop them in there. Hopefully the scroll will start to move in a moment. I'm just going to give it a second. The more I talk, the drier my throat gets these days. I think too much talking. All right. What I might do, or what I've been drawn to, is getting another deck of cards out. And I'm thinking I'm going to do a guidance card for the rest of the week for everybody, or a spill. So I am trying very hard to ignore the spirit that is trying his hardest to get my attention. Wanda is just saying thank you, Leanne. You are very welcome, honey. It's my pleasure. All right. So with this deck of cards is the Golden Prophecy cards by Julia Mackenzie. As a lot of you that have been following me for a little while will know that these are one of my favourite decks of cards as well. I will just chase that card. I'm being told to pull 3 cards and they are jumping out. So there's 2. Cards are full of energy tonight. And I think the universal energy is sort of playing with a lot of stuff as well lately. So I'd love to know if you're feeling it and how you're feeling it at the same time. All right. So that would be interesting. So we've got Sam. She says, hi from Rockhampton. Yes, and Dad. Yes, me and Dad there, please. It's been 2 years. Miss him so much. Okay. Sam, would Dad play with his mouth at times? So I want to say it was like a thinking thing, because all of a sudden, with his, excuse me, with his energy, I'm very much drawn around the mouth and just sort of rubbing the chin type of thing with that. All of a sudden, I feel like I've got a very blocked throat chakra. So I don't know if there was something in the chest, the heart, the throat area that was going on around him. He's just making me feel like he wasn't able to speak or communicate to the, like at the end, I get the reference to didn't get the chance to say the things I wanted to say. Now I do get there is a lot of love and pride around you from him, and I do get the flashes out the side of your eye. So in your peripheral vision, I get the reference to he is showing you that. So whether there's times you'll be focusing on things and all of a sudden you get that glimpse like something has moved through, I just get the reference to that is him letting you know that he is very much around you as well. All right. So please know there is a lot of love and there is a lot of pride. There's a bit of a cheekiness to Dad as well. And he keeps making reference to the music. Okay. Sorry, that's my throat now. I get the reference to the music. There's a song that catches your attention or music keeps coming up that reminds you of Dad. That is his soul with you at that very time. So I get the reference to he lets you know that he is very much there. So I always say when you get those signs from Spirit, look at what it is, what it means to you. So look at the messages, look at what is going on in your life at that time, and always trust what you feel, you think, you see, you hear, you know, because that's how Spirit is communicating with you. Now, as I said, I pulled 3 cards, or they jumped out, I should say, for just some guidance for the rest of the week in that sense, okay? So the first card comes up was guidance, which is really funny that I asked Spirit to give us some guidance for the week. So I do get the reference to it is about following your intuition, following those things that are put in front of you. And when you trust and surrender, you will find that things will move in the right direction for you. The next card that came out was the purpose card. So when you're following your guidance, where you're being guided to, you're going to find your true purpose, and that is going to expand in that. Because I just feel like at the moment people are feeling a little bit lost. They've lost that direction that they're heading in, that purpose of why they are here. So when I say look at what it is that serves you in that way, stay true to you. Don't allow others to impact you. Don't allow others to pull on your energy or to influence you, because you just need to stay true to yourself. And I get the enchantment card. So I want to say, no, oops, see if I can do it that way. Goodness me. Sorry, guys. I'll line these up so we can see it. So enchantment, do the reflection, know what it is that you're wanting and release it out to the universe, because it's about moving forward and knowing what it is you want. Because when you put that out to the universe is very much going to guide you. It's going to help manifest that stuff. Now, I think they're 3 pretty good cards at the moment with what is going on in the universal energy. I just got told take one more off the top. Reflection. How's that to go with the enchantment card as well? So reflect, look at how far that you've come, acknowledge how far you've come, and look at the lessons that you've learned in that, because a lot of us do put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and we forget to acknowledge that at times as well. So that is really important to do that as well. All right, Lee, you've asked the same question, I think, honey. I did answer you earlier in that. Okay. So you might need to go back, honey, and watch the replay on that. All right, I know we're running out of time. I've got to acknowledge this energy that is hovering around, playing with the top of my head, and he has waited very patiently, because I let him know that if he kept bugging me, I wasn't going to acknowledge him before the show finished. Now, I do have a father figure with me. He makes me feel like there was stuff going on around it in his stomach, his chest area. So when I say looking at heart, chest, lungs, and into the stomach, he makes me feel like my stomach was rather bloated or had a lot of pressure on it. So whether there was a tumor or cancer, even something that spread around his stomach area. He does make me feel like he fought a good battle. I feel like I've got a daughter figure here. So if this resonates with you, please let me know in the comments, because I just feel like I need to connect with his daughter to let you know that he is very much at peace. He makes me feel like he lived a fulfilled life, and there's nothing that he could complain about. But he says life wasn't always easy. So I do feel that, in a sense, he feels that he let his daughter down in ways. So whether he wasn't always there for you, or there were things that got in the way, other things he needed to pay attention to. So whether it was work, or it could have been a relationship breakdown, or pressure put on the relationship in that way. I just get the reference to he's very sympathetic that he wasn't able to be there in the way that he wishes he could have. And I also want to acknowledge the number 7, or the month of July. So whether your birthday is on the 7th, or his birthday on the 7th of a month, or in the month of July. Does that make sense to anybody? If you can, let me know in the comments. You guys may be even commenting and things aren't coming up, because it just seems like my feed has sort of stuck around 16 people and 55 comments. So it'd be interesting to see what comes up in the background when I go back and look at the questions. So if you are commenting and I can't see your questions, I do apologise. As I said before, this program and Facebook have had a little bit of problems lately. I'm sure when I do, my phone's ringing now. I'm sure when I do get off and be able to check the comments, that there's a lot more comments there as well. So if that gentleman, if I've got his daughter here and it makes sense to you in that message, I do feel Mum is still here for the person that it belongs to as well. So I just want to acknowledge that things weren't always easy, and he apologizes for that. But I do get the reference to there is a lot of love and there is a lot of pride that is coming through for you with that. Sorry guys, I'm just moving things on my desk so I can actually get to my iPad. Let me bring my Facebook up on my iPad and just see if there are more questions, as I try to get to as many of you as I possibly can. Okay, I've got this on silent. Just bear with me for a moment. Okay, yeah, no, it's definitely stuck. Got to love technology and the retrograde. When they're together, they don't go well. Communication technology always goes out the window. Yeah, see, look, my screen's showing there's 55 comments. There's 145 according to that. All right, so you're going to have to excuse me while I look at my screen. I'm just not going to be able to bring them up on the screen. So Sandra Brown, hey honey, I hope you're well. She says, my dad had both his legs amputated. Dad's birthday was the 7th of June. Okay, So was there anything else, Sandra, in that made sense to you? What was the not being able to communicate in the way that he needed to near the end? I just feel like he wasn't able to say the things that he wanted to say. I do feel there was a lot of love and pride that comes from this gentleman. And do you touch the back of your head a lot lately as well? Because I just get the reference to that. Okay. Ashley's saying, my dad had liver cancer and very bloated stomach. Didn't talk to my sister. I think I found where I am. Okay. Ashley, would I be right in saying that your sister, after Dad's passing, found it very hard to get past that grief and that anger? Because I just get there was a lot of frustration, a lot of anger built up around that. Does that make sense? If you can let me know, Ashley McLean. All right. I'm just watching the comments for that side of it. So, Ashley, I do feel that I've got your father here, because the moment I started reading your message, I was getting the clarification with that. Okay. I just feel like Dad held on to a lot of that stuff. So to me, I want to say he put a lot of pressure on himself. He blamed himself for a lot of that stuff. Had a smoke that night and he passed. Okay, Sandra, sorry, honey, I don't think I am with your dad. I feel like I'm more with Ashley. So I'm just waiting for Ashley to be able to acknowledge that comment if possible. I'm just seeing there's a comment still up on the page, but it's not shown in my background. All right. Sorry, guys, I'm not looking at the camera. I've got two things happening at once here, but I am just looking for Ashley's comment. All right. This is just a little frustrating. That's okay. You have to ignore Kellyanne's comment on the screen. So, Ashley, yes, 100%. Thank you, honey. Okay. He wants your sister, because I do feel that she still holds on to that energy. He wants her to be able to let go of that hurt, that anger, and the frustration that comes through. He needs her to find peace in that situation, because he is owning his doing in that. Okay. So I just get the reference to there is the need. Okay. Thank you. There is the need to pass on the message if you can, because I just feel like things aren't going right in her life. So whether lately she's feeling rather challenged, or things just seem like they're not falling into place since Dad's passing, I just get the reference to a lot of that is to do with the energy built up around her from that. Okay. He doesn't want her to hold on to that. He needs her to release it to the universe, release it to him, and find peace in that situation. Okay. Otherwise, that anger in her is just going to keep building. So, Ashley, is this something that you can share with your sister, whether you tag her in send the link of the broadcast to her or something for her to watch it? I really do feel that is important, that that message gets to her sooner than later, because I get the reference to these big things coming her way when she can let go of that pain and that anger. So to me, good things will come in. All right. I'm just watching for your comment from you with that. Okay. Hey, Tracy. Wondering if you can get any contacts with my mum or my brother. Know that they're there together. Okay. Who would tap their lip when they think, or is that you, Tracy? Because I'm just being very much drawn around to that at the moment. Okay. So I've got the hand on the heart. Mum's got showing me the love and the pride that comes through. Would I be right in saying your brother was really cheeky too? Because I get the reference, Tracy, to him being quite cheeky. All right. He shows you he's around. You get movement in your house. You hear those noises and stuff at times. All right. So that's his way of letting you know that he is very much around you. All right, I'm just watching on the iPad. Sorry, got it sitting here. Just for another comment from Ashley, whether she can pass that on to her sister, please. As I said, I felt like that was really important as well. Okay. Jenny says, I know there was something wrong on the post. Is there any messages from me, for me from my daughters that have passed? Honey, who had the tattoo or who wanted to get the tattoo? Because just reading your question, I get the reference to the tattoo side of it with that. Sorry, honey, I'll get back to you in a second. Ashley, Kelly McLeod, Dad has a message for you. Honey, if Kelly's not watching, you may need to put the @ symbol in front of Kelly's name just so it tags her in the post. If she's not already a follower of my page. Okay. So Jenny, sorry, honey, I'll come back to you. Jenny, what is the distractions around you? Because I just feel like I need to jump from one thing to another for you at the moment. So I do feel that you've got a lot going on. I needed, as I started to say before, I needed to acknowledge the tattoos. So whether somebody was looking at getting a tattoo or one of the girls had a tattoo, please know they are at peace and they are together. Okay. So I don't know if their remains are in the same place, but I just get the reference to we are really together in that way. Oh, look, I think my posts are starting to move. Maybe not. Oh, I might have got one more 3. I love it. The way technology is. But honey, please know there is a lot of love and pride that comes through. I actually feel like, sorry, Jenny, your daughters connect with you in your dreams, or whether you feel the most closest to them at that time. All right, so can I leave you with their love and their beautiful smiles? Have you got a piece of hair from one of them as well? So I don't know if you kept the hair or from a haircut. I just get the reference to I've got the small piece of hair as well. So I hope that makes sense to you, honey. All right. So, guys, you just have to excuse me keeping looking down at the iPad as my comment question thing has sort of gone a little haywire and come to a standstill. Hey, gorgeous Annette. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. All right. So, Tash. Don't know that. Oh, yeah, I can see all that. Would love to know if my mum is okay. She has been gone for over 20 years and it is so, yes, I get yes before I even read this bit. 20 years, and is she proud of me? Sorry, I'm going to get emotional, honey, with this. So to me, there is a lot of emotion that comes through from your mum. So know that the emotion that comes through me is coming from Spira, okay? Because I'm getting choked up trying to read your question, okay? So I'm going to start again and I'm going to take a deep breath and try to disconnect from your mum's energy just while I read the comment. Tash says, would love to know if my mum is okay. She has been gone for over 20 years and is she proud of me with my life, and when is she sending me a beautiful man? I'm waiting. Laugh out loud. Whew, that was a hard work, honey. Excuse me. Would I be right in saying mum was quite an emotional person with what you can remember of her? I just got very choked up reading your question, and that was taking on your mum's energy. So the way she's presenting herself is through the emotion to me. I get yes to your question. Excuse me. Yes to your question. Okay. Was mum not able to communicate or had something going on around the throat area? I just feel like my throat is tightening with your mum's energy. So I'm going to cough. Sorry, I should have muted myself, but the system is a little bit slow. But I just get my computer is showing that I am muted. Can you guys let me know if you can hear me? I'm not seeing any comments to say that you're not able to hear me. Okay, so it's not that does it. Okay, I'll just leave things alone. Mum, like I said, honey, that mum makes me just feel like there is a lot of emotion and she wasn't able to show that in the way that she needed to. But I do get the hands on the heart, which is my sign for love and pride for yourself. And she is very proud of the person that you have become, the young woman that you have grown into. She will put somebody in place in front of you, but the timing needs to be right. I also get the reference to look at the plans for Christmas, because I feel like they're going to change a little bit for what you're putting in place at the moment. Okay. She says that the man is going to come into your life when you least expect it. And I get the reference to the train or the tram. So whether you travel by train or tram, it's all right, she's playing with my tongue. I just get the reference to when you meet this man, there is going to be a connection. So I don't want to necessarily say going to meet him on the railway somewhere or on the track somewhere. He may have a connection to the tram or the train when you meet him. All right. So can I leave you with her love, please? And Mum, I just feel like Mum would always get emotional over the littlest things at times. Just certain things would really grab at those heartstrings. So, like I said, I'll leave you with her love. All right. Thank you, Kristen, you can hear me. Thanks, Fiona. Thanks, Annette. Michelle Parkins, Rick Parkins, Jules Parkins. I'll get it right yet. Sorry, honey. Says, Tash Mum, that you just read for, and my dad Brian, who died 2 years ago after her mum Gloria went, her brother and sister. Wow, so you've had a lot of losses in one here. Anything through from my dad? I miss him a lot. Michelle. Love, Michelle. Okay. Honey, I get a gorgeous energy with your dad. I feel like you and him are very much alike. I get there is loads and loads of pride that comes through. You've got big things being put in front of you is the reference I get with that as well, honey. So he says he's watching everything. Now I get, look at the signs, look at the butterflies, look at the wings. So whether you're having birds put in front of you regularly or the butterflies being put in front of you, he just shows me, he lets you know that he is very much around you with those wings, the butterflies, the birds in that side of it. Okay. You've got opportunities coming up, and I feel like I'm drawn to February, March with that. I get the reference to be prepared for what's coming, because I want to say, hold on to your hat. All right. So wishing you all the very best, honey. He knows how much you miss him. Okay. Okay. Anita says, hello, Leanne. I'm having biopsy for throat cancer. Can you see anything, please? And thank you. Honey, would I be right in saying that you get a dry throat? Okay. I'm very much drawn to the dryness, and I do feel like I've got a bit of a narrowing there. I'm not getting the reference to cancer, but at the same time, I'm not getting the clear answer to no. So when I say keep a positive mindset and keep following with the tests, because I do feel like I've got a nodule, or I'm looking at a nodule, pardon me, that may need to be removed. Okay. Like I said, I'm not getting reference to cancer or yes or no with that, but I just get the reference to keep following the test, ask the questions. All right. So I'm sending you lots of love and healing at the same time, but I want to say keep that positive mindset. All right. That's really important. Okay. Ashley has let her sister know. Beautiful. Melissa says, hey, Leanne, I hope you are well. Am I taking the right path? Can I please have a card? Townsville, Queensland. Certainly, honey. I'm going to call you a Province card, I think, because I've stacked things on top of the crystal cards with the iPad and different stuff. So I will certainly just pull you one. Anita's just saying, yes, very dry. It drives me crazy. I can understand that, hon, because I'm excuse me, I'm picking up on your dry throat. So I want to say I'm looking at this part of the throat area with that. Okay. I do feel that you are thinking the worst. I don't feel that it is as bad as what you are thinking. Okay. So please let me know how you get on, honey, and my thoughts are with you. All right. Who did I have? Melissa, union. I want to say look at the coming together of the relationship. So if you're currently in a relationship, I get the reference to I've got the strengthening of the relationship, because I get pulled together. Two mate is stronger than one on its own. So whether you feel like you've been doing it on your own for a little while lately, I just get the reference to there is movement there with that. Okay, you're heading in the right direction. So all the best with that. Back to the trusty iPad. All right, where would we be without extra technology? I don't think how many gadgets I've got here on my desk. Okay, Kayleen says, I'm having surgery on the 11th. Is it going to go well? I get yes, honey, with that. Robin says, hi, Leanne. Hi, honey. I hope you're well. Sorry, maybe if I turn this way, I might be looking not so rude, looking off to the side. I feel awkward looking at the iPad and not talking directly to you guys, so you will have to excuse me. Okay. Anita says, I will let you know. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. All right. Well, I reckon, what are we time-wise? Oh, we have gone over. I reckon we might leave it there for tonight. Like I said, I have gone over. That's what happens when I'm looking at other devices. I get a bit carried away. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say welcome to all those new followers on my page as well, and people that are joining in from different areas around the world as well. If you would like to make a booking for a reading with me, you can certainly jump over to my website, Leanne Winston Psychic Medium.com. There is a link in the service button or service tab there for my online bookings, and will take you to my online calendar as well. But please remember, I do ask you to respect my boundaries by not sending me inboxes wanting free questions. I am certainly happy to book you in for a one-question reading if that's all you need. But I do delegate these hours of the week in the shows that I'm doing to answer those free questions as well. So if you don't want to make a booking for a reading, that's fine. Please do wait until our next show and take, as Roz says on Tuesday mornings, potluck, whether your questions get answered, Spirit just draws us to where it is, or whatever happens with the comments that are brought up in front of us. So you will have to excuse the technology issues that we are having lately. I'm sure they are very close to being resolved, but I do thank you for there comes some comments through now. I do thank you for your patience with them all as well. So I'm pleased that you've been able to hear me straight through the show. My photo and my picture hasn't dropped out and stuff like that. I can deal with the comments side of it quite easily. All right. So I just want to remind you, take some time for yourselves, nurture yourself, look at what serves a purpose in your life and focus on that. Let go of what doesn't serve you anymore. Let go, whether it's energy, it's physical, it's others, it's relationships. Sometimes those relationships are unhealthy and don't serve a purpose in our relationship, and we put in the energy, and we need to get back what we put in. So if you're not doing that, look at what you need to clear out of your life, because we are coming to the end of the year. This year is very much about bringing stuff up on that soul level, and if we don't acknowledge it, give gratitude, let it go and go with the flow, we're going to take this drama into next year. Now we've only got, I think it's like 7 weeks to Christmas, so about 9 weeks to the end of the year to do that work on ourselves. Just be the best version of you, be the happiest that you can be, and spread that love, that inner light that comes from within you, and just watch how that radiates around people. So we're moving into that loving light energy. If you choose to sit in that, you're going to go a long way next year. If you decide to sit in the what I call the bullshit, and I'm just going to say it as it is lately, because there is a lot of bullshit going around lately, that's where you're going to get stuck next year. All right, so just something to think about. Take a moment and just resonate, reflect on where you are in your life at this time. All right, thanks for joining me. I will be back. I might even try to get one in on the weekend, or I've got a couple of little subjects that I would like to talk about, so I might just have a few minute general chat videos through the rest of the week. All right, take some time for you, sending love and hugs to everybody and healing energy to those need it. Thank you for joining. joining me. I'm Leanne Winston. See you next time. Bye.